Soft drink companies have a new ally in their soda war with the mayor Michael Bloomberg of New York. The New York chapter of the NAACP, an organization that has close ties with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola funds some of their programs. New York Times reports that attorneys for Coca-Cola wrote in an NAACP court filing that supports blocking the supersized soft drink ban. The city health department says since obesity rates are higher in the African-American community, the ban would be beneficial. That ban goes into effect come March. It is surprising that the NAACP would weigh into this debate. You know, you and I have had this debate a bunch of times about the size of these sodas at a time when, you know, the people who are really suffering with obesity are African-Americans and Latinos.
Same thing happened when you saw potential increasing of taxes on cigarettes. It happened in Chicago, where you had business groups, the Black Chamber of Commerce. They said, oh, this is going to hurt small businesses. But then the argument was, wait a minute. But when you look at cancer rates among African Americans, how do you say don't do that when it's affecting African Americans? And so I think the NAACP, the New York chapter is going to have to actually have some explanation because, again, obesity among African Americans is huge.
Well, their explanation is that they'd like to see a more holistic approach, that this is not the way to do it. It's a little bit like your gun debate, you know, kind of like don't do this, do a big picture, you know, you're never going to get the solution. And I think there is some merit to that argument. However,
also a loophole here. They say that small business owners are affected, convenience stores, but larger stores like, according to New York Times, larger stores like 7-Eleven would be exempt from soda restrictions because of a quirk in New York's regulatory structure. So they're saying, wait a minute, so 7-Eleven will continue to be able to sell them,
right,
but a mom and pop won't be able to sell it.
NAACP's claim. That's the deepest merit, that anytime you put these kind of regulations or big government solutions in place, there is a winner. And the winner is usually big business. There's a tie between big business and big government. But look, we have to say this. There's a sponsorship relationship between the NAACP and Big Soda. Coca-Cola and NAACP have a relationship, and we'd be naive to assume that doesn't have something to do with it.
That doesn't even bother me. What bothers me is that I think when you say a holistic approach is kind of a non-answer. When you say you're going to wait for a holistic approach, usually that means we're not going to try to tackle the problem in these specific bans or legislation, et cetera. So I think, you know, I get it. They have a relationship. It doesn't surprise me at all, honestly. And I don't even think they fund some good programs for the NAACP. So I don't think it's a bad relationship. I think it's just, you can't just say I want a holistic approach and don't do something about something very specific. What is the thing that's going to fix the obesity problems in the communities that the NAACP cares about? That's the problem.
But one of them is more money for physical education. But still, if you're going to say holistic approach, you're right. Offer a plan, not just a phrase.
Ahead on Starting Point this morning,